Hello everyone, today we are going to learn how we can develop a book recommendation system with the help of machine learning. So first thing first, what you need to do is you need to open up your Jupyter notebook, right? And there it's of course fixed, and every time we do the same thing first. And after that we need to import a few libraries. So the first library is import numpy as np. The second library is import pandas as pd. And after that if we want to do the plotting, we can also take up matplotlib, but for now let's just bring in the k-means clustering, okay, algorithm. So from sklearn dot cluster, what are we going to import? Import k-means. So means, right? After that what we are going to do is we are also going to bring out the neighbors part. So from sklearn import neighbor, right? And after that we are going to bring in the train test split and scalar as well. So from sklearn dot model underscore selection, what are we going to bring in from here? We are going to bring in train test split from here, right? So train underscore test underscore split. After that we are going to bring in the scalar, which is available in preprocessing. So from sklearn dot preprocessing we are going to import minimum maximum scalar, right? And let's bring all of these in, and we already have the data set that we want. So k should have been big. Now let's try it again. It's going good. Okay, so now we want to bring in the data set into the data frame. So for that I'm writing pd dot read underscore csv, and here I am going to write books.csv, and after that I am also going to make sure that there are no errors, right? So error underscore bad underscore lines is equal to false. After that we are going to write df underscore head, df dot head, to see what the data looks like. So this is the data that we are going to use, right? So now what do we want to do? What is the next step? The next step is actually to showcase the data frame with the help of some commands, right? We can check out if there is any null value or not. We can also check out what are the counts and means and standard deviations, all of those things. So let's check that, right? So for that it is very simple. We just have to write df.describe, and we will get all of these columns, and these are all the things. So this is the number that we have. These are the minimum standard deviation, minimum values, right? This is the average rating minimum value, right? So all of these things can be checked out if wanted, right? And after that what is the next step? The next step is to actually make sure that we are developing an algorithm with the help of which we can perform the machine learning part, right? So if we take a look at this, we can see that there is an average rating available here, right? So if we take a look at the average rating, we can see that this is the average rating for this title, right? This book, of course, and this is the author of that, this is the ISBN of that, right? All of these things, and this is the language, number of pages, all of these things. So what I am trying to say is we will have a specific number of books between 0 to 1 rating. Then we will have a specific number of books from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, and so on and so forth, right? So for that, what I am going to do first is I am going to make a copy. So for that, let's write df.copy, and after writing that, what is the next step? I am going to make sure that I have all the locations, and if the rating is between 0 and 1, we need to make sure that we enter that in one group, right? If it's from 1 to 2, then we'll enter it another group, right? So let's suppose we write df2.loc, and in here we are going to make sure that the df2 average rating, so df2 average underscore rating is greater than or equal to 0. After that, we are also going to make sure that and of course here, after that we are also going to make sure that it is lesser than 1, right? So first one was greater than 0 and the second one is lesser than 1. So df2 average underscore rating, and here I am going to write lesser than equal to 1. And after that, what I am going to do is I am going to write rating underscore between, right? And here I am going to tell it that the rating underscore between is equal to 1, right? So here we should write something like between 0 and 1. So in the same way, we can write this up for 1 to 2 and all of those, right? So let's bring that out just, and let's paste it. So of course it will remain the same. So it is from 0 to 1, and this one is from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, right? So let's run this. And what is the next step? The next step is actually to make sure that we have some sort of different array or data frame or whatever we can say, in which we are saving the ratings, right? And as well as the languages. So later what we are going to do is we are going to take that rating and that language, and as well as average rating and rating count, and all of those will be our features. Okay, so for that I am going to write rating is equal to let's just bring out the part that is available in data frame rating between. So for that there are a lot of ways to do that. So what I am going to do is I am going to just use the dummies command, right? So that get underscore dummies, and in that I am going to write df2, and in this rating underscore between. After that I am also going to take care of the language. So lang is equal to pd dot get underscore dummies, and in this as well I am going to write df2 and then language. What was the name of the column? Let's see, it was language code, right? So let's bring in language code here, and let's put a let's use this one. Okay, and after that what I am going to do is I am going to run these, and later I am going to declare the features. So features is just a set of things that we are going to use for machine learning purpose. So pd.concat, and here I am going to write a few things. So the first thing is rating underscore df. The second thing is language. So for language we wrote lang. In the previous one, sorry, for rating we wrote rating, and then lang, and after that we wrote df2, and here I am going to write average rating. So we are going to take that average rating, and after that I am going to take the rating count. So df2, and here I am going to write ratings underscore count, and at the end I am going to tell it that this should be in the column way, right? So axis is equal to 1. So let's run this, and after that what we are going to do is we are going to use the minimum maximum scalar on the features so that all the features are adjacent and look alike, right? So minimum maximum scalar, of course, let's see if we have yes, we already have that. Now what we are going to do is we are going to just write min, or just let's write scalar. Scalar is equal to min max scalar, and let's run that, and after that I am going to write features is equal to scalar dot fit underscore transform, which is the confirm command for this, right? We always use the same command, and then I am going to write features. So let's run this. Okay, and after that what is the next step? The next step is we have to make the model, right? So our K model, K learning, K mean clustering model is based on neighbors. So we are going to use the neighbors part first. So neighbors dot nearest neighbors, we are going to bring in the nearest neighbors from neighbors, and in this I am going to write what is the number of neighbors that we are going to use, right? Let's take 6. After that what is the algorithm? So there are a number of algorithms, and I am going to use the ball tree algorithm for this. So ball underscore tree, and later I am going to write model dot fit, and I am going to write features here. After that I am going to write dist and id list, and later I am going to put the features in the model, right? So model dot k neighbors, and features should be the input of this. Okay, now we'll give it some time to do that, and after that what we can do is, let's suppose we take a book, right? So which book should we take? So and we see the recommended books. With that we do not see the complete title here, but I do know the complete title is Harry Potter and the for example we take this one, right? So which is the first one, of course. So it is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and after it is just writing Harry Potter #6, right? So this is the complete title of this first book. So let's take that book and let's see what other books are recommended. So book is equal to this. Okay, this is the first thing. So this is the book that we are giving into our model. Now what is the next step? The next step is to see how many neighbors does our model predict and how much accurate they are, right? So the first thing is we need to see the ID of the book, right? So ID underscore B, let's suppose I write here, and here I'll have to write and that I need to get the ID from the data frame, right? So we are going to search out the titles. So until I search out the title column, of course, that's what I'm saying, until we find what? We find book name, right? So until we find the book that we are talking about, right? And its index will be the ID. So let's run this. Now let's see what is IDB. And this is the IDB. So out of this we know that the location is this one, right? So what we actually need is IDB 0. Yeah, so this was the first location, and if we have taken this book, then it would have given us a different location, right? Anyways, so and now we do know that the ID is stored here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write IDB is equal to IDB of 0. So let's run this, and now let's see what is this. So we have 0 here. Of course our location was 0 as well. So now we have this ID list right here. What we are going to do next is we are going to make a for loop for new in this ID list, right? So let's copy this and let's paste it here, and let's go in this. Okay, and here what we are going to do is we are going to input the ID, which is this one, and let's see what is the next thing that we need to do. We need to make a variable recommended books first. So for that I'm going to write books here. Sorry, books is equal to empty, right? And later I'm going to use append function to add names into this, right? So for that we will write in this book dot append, and in this I am going to write df2 dot loc location. Okay, and in this I am going to write the ID, new ID, right? So for that I am just going to write new here and the title of the new. Okay, and this is it. We are going to run this and we are going to see what happens. So let's see. Let's actually try to change this up and switch it into a function, right? So let's change this into a function. What I'm going to do in that is I'm going to do this part first, then this, then this, then this, and then this. So I've already done that, and this is the complete function. So let's run this, right? And after that let's actually just comment out this one. After that what we can do is, as you can see, these are all the same things, right? I am taking the book ID here and then comparing it and getting the new books. Okay, so after that what we need to do is we need to run this function with this book. Okay, so for that I am going to write new books is equal to book recommender, right? So let's write book recommender, and in this I am going to write the name of the book that we took before. So let's just bring this out and bring that here, and let's run this and let's see what are the new books. Okay, so these are all the new books that we can see are related or equivalent to the book that we entered into it, right? So this is it. This is one of the ways with which we can use the machine learning and k-nearest neighbors to develop a complete book recommendation system.